a non-binary, pansexual, non-monogamous nightmare, which means my pronouns are fuck around and find out.
Can you turn the mic up a little bit on? A little bit?
No talking.
Yeah, we turn the mic up a little bit.
Just a little bit. We wanna feel like a winner.
Testing, 1, 2, load, red leather, yellow leather, the rain in Spain falls gently on the plain. Red rubber baby buggy bumpers, red rubber baby buggy bumpers, red rubber baby buggy bumpers, red rubber baby buggy bumpers. All right, let's do this. Woo! All right.
Voila! Sounds so familiar.
So, huzzah! The flourish. Yes. I'm going to talk a lot about things tonight. Some things you may not want to hear. Some things you may not know. It's going to be your ride. If you do have a weak stomach, I suggest you disassociate now. Okay, you've had your warning. We're all here. For all intents and purposes, I work at Spanky Handle.
What?
Exactly. You're not supposed to know. But just know I am a janitor at the center of the universe.
She's a pervert. She would know
Yes, right there.
So, being a janitor, you know what that comes with. I take care of the property, I pick up trash. I had to remove a couple of animals from the premies. And I have a couple of horror stories. So I just want to start the night off strong with one horror story that sticks with me to this moment. And maybe you can understand a little bit. Maybe it'll hit home with you. Maybe some of you will want to leave. I have to clean toilets. And that's not fun.
No.
But what's worse is people are gross. Women especially, I'm so sorry, as one of them, I'm nasty, I'm disgusting, so are you. But I walk into one of the stalls, it's full to the brim with toilet seat covers, like someone took the whole pack and stuffed it in the toilet. There's no water. And I have to figure out what to do because it won't flush, and a plunger's not gonna fix this. So what can you do? The only thing you can do, put on gloves and get a plastic bag and scoop that poop. It's just like a big dog poo. You gotta pretend it's a big dog poo and two-hand it and just lift it up above your head like a small child. And all I can hear in my head is I'm lifting this chocolate-covered surprise into the air, and this bag is Hasvenya, please hear up, as it's dripping Hasvenya. I'm just shedding a tear, and I'm like, this is life. That's how it happens. It's beautiful.
Yeah, but once you get past the smell, you gotta lick.
Yeah, exactly. It's great to save for later. Trust me, it's always a treat. Now that we've got the poo jokes out of the way, summer is over. Summer's over. It's the middle of winter.
Really?
Yes.
They ain't even started yet.
And you're right. It's so warm it doesn't even feel like winter.
Yeah, when that happened, because I haven't seen snow yet.
Yeah,
I miss the snow too. I miss eating it. The yellow snow's my favorite. It's lemon flavored. It's delicious. I just don't really like summer. It's a little too hot. It's a little too sticky. The mosquitoes are annoying. I don't like peeling myself out of bed like a Kraft single. It's not fun. It's not fun. But the worst part is having to pretend that I like the ocean. I don't like the ocean. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty, it's beautiful, it's like a sexy woman, you can't help but love her. Beautiful, gorgeous, dangerous, feisty, everything you want, a little bit salty, always wet. It's great until you start learning about the things.
Yeah.
Like the shrine to cars in her closet, or the jars of toenails under her bed labeled by date. And then you kind of just have to take a step back and be like, do I need these toenails in my life right now?
That's not normal?
No. And what are the toenails, you might ask? Well, shipwrecks happen all the time.
Yep.
Fish excrement, garbage, pollution, oil,
Yep.
cum, gallons and gallons of fish cum. I'm not kidding. It's delicious. You wonder why the ocean's so salty. I wanted to be a marine biologist, and with that comes learning too much. And you get a little too close. I touched that radiator and I got burned. Let me drop some hot facts on you right now that'll never make you want to go to the ocean again. Oh yes. Oh yes. So every year in summer off the coast of California all the way to the coasts of Hawaii, it turns a milky, frothy white. And you can see it from space. You can see it from the satellites. Pure milk white. It's horrifying. And every year I have to see families, innocent families, happy children, unknowing of what horrors lie in the water, just like Ariel, from a part of this world. I don't want to be a part of this world. You all know whales, right? The largest mammals on the planet, and they live in the ocean. Do you know how many whales it takes to get the deed done? No. 3. It takes 3 homies to get the job done. You got homie number 1 trying to get to baddie number 1, and homie number 2 lifting him up from underneath like a whale fluffer. And you would think, with a 100-foot long inflatable dong, the homie would make it into the baddie. What? Do you know how much sperm actually makes it into the girl? What? 1%.
All you need.
Yeah, it's all you need. It's all you need.
1%.
1% of that sperm gets into the other whale. And you know how many whales are in that ocean? Too many. And they all have wacky, wavable, inflatable tube man dicks. Oh my god. Oh my god. I know, and every year I have to think about these things when I'm there with my family, and they're just so happy. And I have to stand at the edge of the ocean like a sailor who lost his wife to disease with a glazed over eyes and just, oh. And every time the ocean comes in, I'm just like, ah! Not today, you cum-filled nightmare. Not today.
Not today.
It gets worse. It gets worse. Of course, I wanted to be a marine biologist from a very young age, and I guess that's why I learned so much so quick. But one of my favorite things to do was watch nature specials. And if you've watched a couple of nature specials, and you know what happens, they don't really hold back. But how do you explain fisting to a 5-year-old?
You don't.
You don't, exactly, you don't. You turn off the TV and you usher them to bed and go, don't think about it. Go to bed. And then you drink.
Welcome.
Yeah.
To what?
Tasty.
There.
I was watching this nature documentary about dolphins, and I was really excited because, of course, I liked the ocean. Oh, so I was like, let's get this bread. And we're just watching it, and you can hear the voiceover, and of course it's like David Attenborough, he's doing his thing, and he's like, the procedure that you have to do to a dolphin to check the gender needs to be done because all dolphins outwardly appear female until stimulated. The way that we stimulate the dolphins is, and then you just see the marine biologist putting on an elbow-length red rubber glove, and the dots start to connect, and all you hear is, now he will give you a live demonstration, and they pull the dolphin onto the sterile table, belly side up, and all it is cloaca. and just does the shape, and you see the arm disappear into this animal, and all you hear is ee. And all of a sudden, it's got an inflatable tool man waving around, grabbing at the wrist of this doctor, and he goes, "Muzzle top!" Poof! It's a boy! Can you imagine my mother's reaction to that? She could not move fast enough to protect me because, of course, that is now a core memory that follows me everywhere. I cannot run fast enough to escape the fisting dolphins. That would be a great band name. The worst part is, imagine to my surprise, a couple of years later, scientists go, "Oh yeah, dolphins do this kind of stuff all the time because they can feel pleasure." Can you imagine what that dolphin was feeling after being shoved back into the icy cold water around all of its friends, fully erect, and it's just like, dude, these hairless apes, they're giving out free handies. And every season, all the dolphins start flocking to these boats because it's handy season, and all the scientists are just like, "Yeah, we got a good crop this year." I don't want to have to fist animals to follow my passion in life. That's why I didn't choose to be a veterinarian either. That, putting the animals down. Oh dear God. Don't think about it. But, of course, after that happened, I needed a new special interest to latch onto because I am a little autistic. Ooh, it's a treat. It's a treat. Just a little treat. So I became a kleptomaniac.
No way.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I like books and I'm poor. I stole books and expensive rocks from gem shows because they're just shiny rocks. Okay, context. You ever get those Scholastic book fair pamphlets as a kid in school?
Yeah, I did.
And you look through them and you start crying because you know you're too poor to afford any of it? Yeah. And every now and again, they would bring the Scholastic book fair to the school. In middle school, I was that quiet, weird kid in the big baggy coat that didn't really talk much that liked to be in the library. So I flew under that radar. They did not know what hit them. So the Scholastic book fair rolls around, and of course, I'm dirt poor. My mom did not give me a single dollar for this. But of course, they call my name, and I walk in this big, black, baggy coat. And of course, on the rules, and I'm a bad boy, it says no coats, no backpacks, and no something else. I don't remember. But I'm the only one there in a big, baggy coat, and I'm just walking around, and I'm just like, what looks good? What do I want? And I just start going, whoop, 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 whoop. And I'm walking around, and now I kind of just look like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And you can hear all the books rubbing against each other, and I'm just like, yeah, all right, it's time to go. And I'm just like, have a good day, ma'am, I'll see you tomorrow. And they're just like, yup, see you later, kiddo. And I'm just like, fucking nerds, don't even know I robbed them blind. And I'm shuffling my way down the stairs when I get to the classroom because, I'm desperate to just get it all out. And I just, like a dude who's trying to sell you watches, just whoop, and all this stuff falls out of my coat, and all the kids are like, where did you get that money? And I was like, it's none of your fucking business, Betty, where I got this money. Keep your mouth shut if you know what's good for you. Anyway, I stole maybe like $120 worth of books that day. And it's the best thing I have ever done. I'm gonna give it back to Ryan. Have a great night. Woo!
I could never go in the ocean again. Anyways, back to men, right? Did you see how all the guys had to put money in the tip jar? And they were like,
Come works.
you guys are going to put money in. Oh, yeah, you should take notes. All right, first of all, every problem with men, they don't listen. All right, check it out. No, this section's obedient. He's kind of talking to himself. You guys are going over your material. So yeah, listen, you're not even saying anything. I'm hearing stuff. That's how good at listening I am. Don't even say nothing. I got it. You're thinking about the mortgage. Oh my God. Did he fuck up?
A mortgage.
Oh no, okay. All right, you're selling under the table. He doesn't know. Okay, let's move on. All right, we got our next comedian coming up from Connecticut. She's hilarious. How long have you been doing comedy, Renee? 13 years? 5.5 years. She just got her PhD in comedy. Renee Hamill.
So last year I got out of a long-term relationship. It was, yes, thank you. It was excruciatingly painful, mainly because of all the Brazilian waxes that I've now been getting. Who knew that for your pussy to reemerge out of hibernation, you had to look like a hairless cat? Actually, I'm in between waxes right now, so it looks more like a 14-year-old Asian boy trying to grow a beard down there. No, in all seriousness, it's been rough. I spent a lot of time wondering if I'd ever meet anyone again, if I'd be ready to date. There were moments where weeks would go by, and I realized I never even touched a single person, no handshake, hug, nothing, which is why I've been getting massages. My massage therapist, his name is Mateo. He smells like hibiscus and morning dew. He's got these soft hands and this deep, ominous voice. So I called to make an appointment with Mateo, and they told me that he no longer works there. Apparently, he was fired because he inappropriately touched someone. And I was like, what the fuck, Mateo? You motherfucking son of a bitch. You never once inappropriately touched me. Not once. There'd be so many times where I'd be in the massage room, and he'd come in and he'd say, Renee, what would you like for your massage today? Lotion or oil? And I'd think to myself, neither. Just hose me down with your hot, creamy load. Really work it in the crevices. Moisturize me like one of your dry bench girls. Sometimes he would be massaging my inner thigh, and he'd ask me, Renee, how's the pressure? And I would think to myself, Mateo, just like 2 inches to the left, and then ask me. I'd see myself as an air traffic controller, just like guiding him to land on the landing strip. And I didn't care what he did. He could have stuck his hand in me, pretended that he was Jim Henson and I was a Muppet. He could have yelled a taxi in there, played rock, paper, scissors. I didn't give a shit. I just wanted him in me. But Mateo is no longer. I have a new massage therapist. His name is Scott. Scott is a dad with a dad bod. He smells like Axe deodorant spray, and he is like if ranch dressing was a person. But he's okay. He does this one thing that I really like. He takes his big hands and he cradles them behind my head, and it's like all of life's worries just melt away. And then I just picture him in his dad mode, like texting me to not forget the milk, but in all caps. Or like insisting to like take the shortcuts of just following the GPS. Or that he didn't fall asleep when I tried to change the TV channel. But then all of a sudden that just disappears, and I picture him choking me, spitting in my mouth, telling me I'm a dirty little slut. Oh, Scott. So I've transitioned. I'm actually seeing real people, not just massage therapists. My pussy was starting to feel like Little Caesars, hot and ready and just screaming, penis, penis. So I had sex with this one guy. He enjoyed it so much, he asked me if there was cocaine in my pussy. Turns out there was cocaine in my pussy. He was a narcotics officer and I needed a quick place to hide my stash. Actually, I could use a hit right now. Cocaine bear? No. It's the cocaine bear pussy you have to watch out for. Riveting will leave you snorting with ecstasy. That's what the Boston Globe said in the review of my cocaine bear pussy. So there's this other guy that I had sex with, and he asked me if he could own my pussy. Unbelievable, own my pussy. The feminist part in me was like, hell no, you don't own any of this. But the hot and ready pussy was like, fuck yeah, you can own my pussy. I will send you a certificate of authenticity in the mail, smothered in my juices like a fucking scratch and sniff sticker. I will seal that envelope with these lips, not these lips, and give you a key to motherfucking Pussy City. But this is the thing though, you're not just gonna own my pussy when you want it, no. You're gonna own it when I have my period, STI, UTI, yeast infection. You're gonna own my period where I'm wearing tight-ass booty shorts, and it's 98 degrees out, and it feels like the motherfucking Louisiana Bayou down there. And when I queef, it sounds like, ding 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 down the bayou, crawdads. Jambalaya ya 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 ya. You're gonna own my pussy during a recession, government shutdowns, climate catastrophes. When there's a shortage of Choco Tacos, you're gonna own my Paquito Taquito. But this is the thing, I'm not just looking for any owner. Not somebody like Elon Musk. He has to reassure himself that he owns the company by calling it X to mark his spot. I'm looking for a good owner. Somebody like Ben and Jerry's. Those are some good-hearted, civic-minded dudes. I'd let them own my pussy at the same time. Maybe they even could do charitable work with it or create an ice cream inspired by it. I can already see it. The ice cream, it's a caramel-flavored ice cream. There's a raspberry pleasure center. There's shredded coconut to represent all the toilet paper little pieces that is in there. Swirls of marshmallow, because there's probably cum in there too. And the ice cream, it's called You Scream. Ugh. I scream. We all scream for penis, penis. And sometimes cocaine bear pussy. Thank you so much.
Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man. I was just sitting over there thinking about how dudes are incompetent. Look at, they're just talking through this whole thing. How you guys doing? This guy's good. My man up front. No, he's a keeper. He's a keeper. He's a keeper too, but I don't know. The stash gets me. It's not for me, bro. It's just not for me. No, it's hot. No, you're good. I'll never take them from you. All right. Our next comedian is just like a super ball of joy. We're just gonna bring her up because she's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, Brianna Gray.
Hi everybody. How's everyone doing? Like Ryan said, my name is Brianna Graves, and it's Graves like a graveyard, the thing that you go in when you die. I used to get called Graves, which is weird because everyone thinks I look Mexican and I'm not. Fun fact. I used to live in New Mexico and everyone thinks I say Mexico and they're like, you don't look Mexican at all, but you sound Mexican. And I was like, how can you sound Mexican? And it was just confusing. A little bit about myself. I'm 29. I turned 29 in September. And during that day, everyone was like, oh my God, you're almost 30. Oh my God, the death of your 20s is happening. And all I said to that was, good. I can't wait for my 20s to be over. That shit sucked. On to the next chapter. Is it gonna be better? Probably not, but that's okay. I just want also, is everyone on social media in here at all? Somewhat. I think if you're not, good for you. I think it's making people very fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I saw this trend that was going on TikTok and Instagram, and people think Helen Keller did not exist. And I was like, what in the fuck? And I was like, they literally think she was made up, like a government conspiracy, which I was like, if she was, that was a pretty successful conspiracy. She's told that she can speak 5 languages in Braille, understand them very well. She also created a whole union for disability people, so they have protection. So like, if she was a conspiracy theory, it worked really well. It was probably the first government conspiracy theory that was successful with really no negatives. I got told this at the Christmas party I went to, and the girls were like 19 and 20. And I was like, you think she didn't exist? Like, how could she hear? How could she write? And I was like, you do know she was only deaf in one ear. And they just go, oh. And I was like, where are you getting your information? They're like, TikTok. And I was like, stop. Get off of it. And I was like, if I could save these 2 girls today with like the sake of like knowing the right information, I feel like I succeeded in life and I could die totally happy more than I want to die every morning. There's also another thing on social media that I found out, which was really just disgusting. I learned that people don't wash their legs in the shower, and they openly admitted this. So on Twitter, or ex-Twitter, there was a poll, and 20% of people committed to saying, I don't wash my legs in the shower. And I was like, what? And I don't know why I dove into this. I was like, why don't people do this? Like, the water from the top drips down to my legs. And I was like, that means you probably don't wash your belly button, don't wash behind your ears, don't wash in between your toes, which means you have toe jam. That's disgusting. And you probably don't wash your asshole. And that's just gross. And that's really why I don't want to eat ass. I don't trust people now at all. It's disgusting. I don't know why ass eating has gotten so popular in the last 5 years. I just know. I've been through a lot since I moved out here. Like I said, I'm not from around here. I moved out here in 2020, in the middle of the pandemic. I don't know if that was the healthiest decision, but I committed, and I moved out here by myself. No family, no friends, all by myself. Pretty crazy to do as a young woman. Everyone asked me, are you gonna be scared? Are you gonna be nervous? And I was just like, why would I be? Like, you're a woman that's alone. And I was like, if I was a man, and they're like, whoa, never mind. And I was like, that's probably my favorite thing. It's like, if I was a man, anything. They're like, well, I guess you're right. It was like double standard. I know that I'm only 29, so I don't know a lot. I am in school. I'm in graphic design. It's fun. Like to draw, like to make art. It's the best. And I know I don't know a lot, but I know for a fact now that Rihanna has to peg A$AP Rocky. There's just no way she doesn't. And having that knowledge is like, maybe that's why Chris Brown beat the shit out of her. Like, I think she was doing that to him. She's like, I'm gonna tell everyone. He's like, no, you're not. And we know what happened after that, because she didn't say that she like didn't forgive him. She said like they're friends now, they're cool. And I'm like, it has to be that, because like she knows something we don't. I want to do new things in this new year, because 2024 is coming up. And
Me too.
yeah, so does anyone have New Year's resolutions that they really want to accomplish this next year? What's yours?
No, she's
Anyone willing to share? It's an open forum, no one cares.
dying to share.
Any new resolutions? It's okay if you don't have one. I mean, no one really commits to them anyway. Like 2 weeks into January, they're like, bye. It's just. I do go to the gym, not like crazily, not every day, because that's just not my lifestyle. But every now and then, I like to keep myself in shape. But the first 2 weeks in January are so brutal at the gym. It is so packed. Everyone's like, I'm gonna lose those 5 pounds before summer, and like it never happens. And it's okay. Just accept yourself. You're beautiful no matter where you are. However, wash the equipment after you use it. Everyone's so fucking gross about this. I literally will like stare at people as they get off, and I'm like, are you gonna wipe that down? I will be that person like, you're gonna wash that, right? And they're like, oh. And I'm like, yeah, I see you. It's like when people don't wash their hands in the bathroom. If I'm peeing and I hear someone leave out of their stall and they don't wash their hands, I go, ew! I swear, if you do that, that person scurries back and I'm like, 30 seconds! I don't know if you guys remember, I don't know, you guys know who Gloria Gaynor is?
Yeah.
So she says that song, Staying Alive. She told everyone during COVID to sing her chorus when you're washing your hands. It's the perfect 30 seconds, which I think it's so funny if you're like, staying alive, like singing about not having COVID. And it's like, I don't know if it worked for everyone, but successful. I am new to comedy. I've only been doing it since June. If you wanna know why, I had the worst social anxiety when I was a kid. If you asked me when I was 14, I'd be doing this now, I'd be like, what? Explaining myself and being vulnerable for everyone? Absolutely not, just no. And I think that's because, other than my parents, growing up, you're told as a woman you kind of have to be small. Especially, I was born in 1994, so the early 2002, I was told not to be as big as I want, other than at my house. My dad, best person in the world. He let me do whatever I wanted. He taught me everything I know when it comes to tools and cars and fixing shit. But I remember being told once by a group of boys that I couldn't drive race cars because I was a girl, and I couldn't Hot Wheels because I was a girl. They were facts. I thought it was really weird because I was very righteous as a little kid. So I'm like, I'm gonna prove you wrong. And I went and studied a bunch of Ferrari stuff. The next day, I was just throwing facts at them. And they're like, oh my God. I felt like they were getting small. I was just thinking to myself, this is not exactly what I wanted. I wanted you to know that we're equals, but I feel like I made you feel like an ant and I'm a giant. It's terrible. I do value, since it's all woman comedy, which is great. Shout out to all the ladies here tonight. Good for us. Thank you. If any of you have been to other stand-ups in the area, it's a lot of men. And when you go to anyone in the area, in Westfield specifically, I swear there's the send 10 comics up, and I call them copy-pasters. Now, if you go out in Massachusetts, you're in the general vicinity of a lot of people, let's say the mall, Mass Mutual, the casino, you'll see at least 10 guys with the same outfit. Snapback cap. I want to say washed out plaid shirt, white tank top, jeans. Sneakers are probably they ran 10 miles a day for a year and then wore them out. And it's just did you want to go out looking like that? Because it's not working. And I saw a group of men who all looked the same at one of the comic shows, and they were like, I don't know why I can't get a woman. And I was like, upgrade your style. I was really nice about it, but they were like, you're a bitch. And I was like, you asked you needed advice. And I was like, I'm stylish, I got you. And they were like, why aren't you mad? And I was like, I am a bitch. I can accept that with pride. I feel if we accept it as less of an insult, and I like calling men bitches. That's my favorite. Because they be complaining all the time. A man sick is a bitch. I love my dad, and I jokingly says to him with love, I'm like, you're such a bitch when you're sick. He's like, I know I am. Your mom loves me though. A little bit about my parents before I go.
I agree.
My parents have been married for 30 years. Yeah. They met on a blind date. Have been together ever since that blind date. My mom moved in with my dad, only knowing him for 1 week. They've been together ever since. Fucking insane. Could you imagine doing that now? I would be worried that girl's being coaxed into a relationship he does want to be a part of. But my dad was like, I just love your mom. I was like, I just loved your dad. And now they kind of hate each other, I think. I don't know. And that's what happens when you get married. It's there's this tone that my mom will have with my dad, but I think my dad likes it. She's like, what the fuck are you doing, Tom? And he's like, oh, you told me to go over here. And she's like, I didn't fucking tell you to do that. He's like, oh, giggling about it. And I'm looking at my dad you like mom being mad at you. And I don't want to think about what you guys do in the bedroom, but that has to connect. There's no way it doesn't. And I was like, I don't know why I go there, but my parents tell me way too much about their sexual past. Now, I know that they did sex clubs, only because they came home really late once, and I was like 17, and I was like, the fuck y'all doing home at 3 in the morning? Because I don't sleep. I have insomnia like a crazy fucking person. Me and like a night owl are like cousins and best friends. So they come home, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, where are they? Where the fuck did they go? I didn't even hear them leave. And I was like, they just snuck out of the house. They didn't tell me where they were going. I feel like the adult in that situation. It was terrible. I also found out that they have a girlfriend now. And I was like, good for you. And I was like, is she fun? She's treating you right? She's getting you stuff? Like, I was like concerned older dog. I'm the eldest. So if you don't know, if anyone's the eldest in the room, you probably take on the most responsibility, unless you really don't give a shit, but I care too much. So my mom was like embarrassed, I swear. She like, my mom's a very like happy, giggly, bubbly, can talk to the wall person. Like she can talk to anyone. And she like gets so smart, she's like, oh, I know. And I'm like, I look at my dad, I'm like, is this your doing? She's like, she came on to me. And I was like, okay, Dad. They're great though. They always loved me and supported me. They're surprised I'm doing comedy actually, because they know I'm a goofball at home, but they knew I was always like socially in a group, like in my shell, because like I'm a little nutty. I know myself. I'm a goofball. I'm nutty. I'm weird. I like all types of stuff. So like showing myself is like, oh my god. I don't know if anyone's had that like first moment. You don't know anyone in a room. How the fuck do you connect with people? And I was like, I'm gonna tell jokes, and it worked. It's successful. Anyway, I think that's my time. I've been Brianna Graves. You guys have been a great audience. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Make some noise for Bree Gray! I heard you guys needed a competent host. So I'm here. I'll be honest, that's not my joke, that's Ryan. Ryan was like, say that when you get up there. I was like, do I have to say that? And then you guys laughed, and I was like, cool. Word. It's really interesting. I was the door guy. I was asked to be the door guy for an all-woman show. And then Ryan's like, you want to do time? And I was like, fucking yeah. Let's do it. It's a little weird, but you know, you gotta take opportunities when you can. If I'm doing an all-male show, ladies are here. I hope you guys get the chance to host. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you too. It was weird out there though.
Thank you.
It's really weird when you're like, that'll be $10, and then you just hear, yeah, my pussy looks like a 14-year-old Asian trying to grow hair. Yeah. You guys having a good time?
Yeah.
Word. I'll be honest, when it comes to like women, like I love a challenge when it comes to women, and funny women are very challenging. Like it's very, because they'll say shit like that, like can you say it? Like to say it out loud what you said about your pussy?
Yeah, I'm in between waxes, so.
But like, how did you describe it?
Oh, 14-year-old Asian boy trying to grow a beard.
See, if my girlfriend said that to me, I'd be like, guess I'm fucking a 14-year-old Asian boy trying to grow a beard, you know what I mean? Like, I'm eating that pussy like I've been speaking Mandarin for years, like. Cause you can't be like, ew. Like, you're gonna be like, 14-year-old Asian boy, here we go, like the synapses in your brain form differently. Like, if you're dating a funny girl, your brain is not the same as a guy who's not dating a funny girl. Because if you're dating a girl who's not funny, who's like, yeah, you want to fuck my 36-year-old pussy, you're just like, yeah. You're not prepared for the borderline felony, yeah. Where, I mean, it might be legal over there. I don't know. Like they like, there's euthanasia and shit. It's a crazy place.
No, it's wild.
There's youth in Asia. Like there's a lot of youth in Asia. They're very young. All right, guys. I want to say.
This is the incompetent male thing, you guys. You know, I told him to be short and sweet, and he's just doing his whole stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Roche. Yeah. I'm sorry to have to do that to you. I feel so awful. I'm so sorry. Oh yeah. Tom's the man. Tom's the man.
Still the microphone.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got our next comic coming up. The one, the only, Oh, the super boss queen right here, Danny Farrago.
Give it up for Ryan Larson, who still can't say my fucking name right. And Batboy, who just walked in the building, I love you. How are we doing tonight, guys? How are we doing? You guys talk through everybody else's set, so you guys better shut the fuck up! Anyways, great ladies' night show going on so far. You know, real quick though, I'd like to shout out my dad, whose birthday's today. He's in the back. You could have done anything for your birthday, and you chose to be here.
The king and the queen.
My baby.
Yeah. I was with my dad the other day. I love him. We did some black shit the other day. We went to a chicken and waffles place.
Waffles and wings?
Yeah. And like you've been there, so you know.
I was gonna leave, but
I don't even like chicken. It's just like black owned and white operated. So the second we walked in, we got reparations. Well, you know, he picked me up from work today, and he was like, "Yeah, let's go to your show." I was like, "Okay, sweet." And then, thanks for cutting through the video, Emily. And while I was outside waiting, somebody called me a hoe. Because of the way I was dressed. I don't really like the term hoe. I prefer the term antique gardening equipment. That's just me. But hey, who knows, you know? Before we get to this next part, I feel like I should say this to clarify. I'm non-binary.
Woo!
Because no woman would ever admit what I'm about to say.
say it.
I am. Thank you. Shut up. No woman would ever admit what I'm about to say. Stop telling me to fucking say it. What I'm about to say is,
Just get waiting.
nigga. So what I'm about to say, so no one would ever say this, you know, of her own will. I think I'm starting to be the problem. You know, especially in relationships, and not always, you know. Like, one time in this one relationship, I dated this guy, his favorite video game was a 2K video game series, if you guys are familiar. It's a basketball game. But like, he had this weird habit. Whatever he did in the game, he would do in real life as well. So like, if he beat somebody in a game, he would beat his dick, alright, whatever, right? But like, if somebody beat him, then he beat me, and that wasn't fun. And then another relationship I was in, my most recent one, actually, that ended, he was obsessed with Twitter for some reason. I don't really get it, you know? Like, we'd be in the middle of a very important, life-changing conversation, he's on Twitter. In the middle of driving through heavy traffic, he's on Twitter. We finished having sex, what's he doing?
On
Twitter.
He's tweeting about it.
That faggot's on Grindr. But I don't blame him though. I don't blame him. I was recently told that I look like I went to transgender surgery and they stopped halfway through. They got to the tits and they're like, good enough, you know?
I said I was sorry.
I still don't forgive you though.
Fair enough.
It's a great bit. I don't care. But yeah, forgot where I was going. I'm sorry. I have the memory of a goldfish. Not the one that swims in a tank, but the actual cracker itself. You know? So glad we have notes here. But anyways, as I said, that relationship ended, and I've been going on dates and stuff now. I've been going on dates. That's cool. And I was on a date with this one guy. It was kind of weird because he kept posting on his Instagram story the whole time, and I was like, well, what's he posting? I want to see what the fuck he's posting about, right? He's posting so much. He's like, I'm gonna date with this model, this fucking hot-ass model. I'm gonna date with this hot-ass model. It's like, just because I have an OnlyFans doesn't make me a model. I feel like we should separate those terms. Just a little bit, at least, you know. OnlyFans, it's a weird website when you think about it. It's really weird.
Because, like, they let you sign in with Twitter, which we all understand. You know, my extra shit does. But they also let you sign in with Spotify, which I don't really understand. And it, like, links your entire Spotify when you do. I don't know what I look like to you guys. You know, maybe like a mini Jada Pinkett. But I don't listen to the most OnlyFans kind of music. Alright, I listen to Insane Clown Posse. I listen to Oingo Boingo.
Oingo Boingo.
Thank you.
I listen to full Disney soundtracks. I want you to imagine that shit. Imagine you're there, right? You're on my OnlyFans. You're slapping your salmon, and
Salmon.
and just like you're staring at my tits, and in the background, a whole new world. Fantastic point of views on there, I'm telling you. But
That's good.
once again, Dad, you could have been anywhere else.
Baby.
But yeah, we're gonna jump back to the date though, because I always forget how that story ends. But the end of the day got kind of weird. It got kind of weird because I try to be creative in everything that I say. I'm just not good at it, you know. So at the end, I was like, "Dude, you want some JFK?" And he's like, "What the fuck is that?" And I'm like, "What guy doesn't want a messy head in the back of his car?"
Oh no. Oh.
But yeah, I don't know. But also a group of my friends, you know, they just so happen to be lesbians. We were at this one girl's place, and you know, I thought it was gonna be like a group thing going on, whatever. She didn't really get the whole hangout bit of it though, and so she's like, "You guys want to try something new?" I'm like, "Sure, fuck it," because we don't know what kind of kinky shit she's gonna pull out her back pocket, right? She's like, "You guys gotta be really down for this. You guys down? You guys down?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, fuck it," right? She's like, "All right, I'll be right back." She leaves, and then she comes back with like a plate of cocaine. I'm like, "Whoa, bro. That is not what I meant when I said I wanted my nose in your crack." I think we miscommunicated a little bit. But, yeah, speaking of kinks and shit, kinks are weird when you think about it, because, like, whatever you're into, you know, you get that from one of your parents. You know, it's hereditary. So whatever weird shit that you're into, one of your parents is into. And don't look at my dad. A lot of people, they're like weirded out. I see it on your face, you're weirded out by it. A lot of people are grossed out by it. I'm interested in it though. I want to try to piece this together without asking too many questions, you know? And I think I figured it out. You know, my mom, she disowned me on my birthday. That's where I get my praise king from. Boom, right there. My dad's in a gang. That might be where I get my blood king from. But anyways, yeah. Fuck, I don't know where to, I'm sorry. There's so much on my mind all the time. Like, one thing I think about a lot is I'm someone who claps when I laugh. Anybody else someone who claps when I laugh? Anybody?
Yeah.
I'm someone who claps when I laugh. And I have a lot of moments of self-realization, and I hate when the moment of self-realization hits as I'm clapping and laughing, because then it's like, what's separating me right now from that one kid in the back of the sped class? I wouldn't know. I was at the front of the sped class in the IEP. But, yeah. Another thing I think about a lot is, I think about having a kid pretty often. That's something that crosses my mind. Because there's just so many what ifs, right? There's so many what ifs and possibilities. Like, what if the kid comes out blind? You already wear glasses. Do you want that shit to be worse? No. I don't even want to hear your response because the answer's no. All right? What if something goes wrong? You gotta terminate the pregnancy. I'd be devastated. I'd probably kill myself. I might kill myself. Did you just fucking say yes to me? I'll hang myself with this mic right now. Stop playing. Did you just fucking say do it? Anyways, glad you guys think my suicide is funny. Shout out Robin Williams. Goddamn. But I think the funniest what if though would be what if the kid came out deaf, like they just can't hear. Because yeah, they have sign language classes for kids and all that. But what if like
you're dealing with like an angry teen, because we've all dealt with teenagers at some point in our life, right? Imagine you're dealing with an angry teenager and you're like, don't talk to me like that. And they just go, how am I talking? What do you say? Say fuck you and turn around so you can't hear them? Like, what are you supposed to do in that situation? Honestly. Well, anyways, it's winter, as Alan said earlier. How are you guys feeling about winter?
Boo.
Honestly, same. I miss summer. That's my favorite season. I miss summer.
Same.
Yeah, right? What's your favorite part about summer?
The sun, the hot heat. Vibes.
Valid basic points. Anybody else with...
I don't know. It's like not winter.
Exactly.
My favorite part about summer is I get to go outside and see women wearing barely anything without having to open an incognito browser first. But one thing I do not miss about summer at all, one thing I do not miss, is all the women like, oh my god, I'm a snack, we're outside, yeah, I'm a snack. Because then they all eventually got STDs. It's like, you're not a snack anymore, that's food poisoning. Fuck out my face. But, I don't know. Fuck, I'm just gonna do crowd work the rest of the time. Gonna pull a Herland. Anybody have weird sex experiences?
Yes.
Yes, for sure.
I'm gonna pick on you. Speak.
I almost pissed inside someone.
Okay. Okay, what about you, Tom?
I just arrived. What is the question?
What is your weirdest sex experience?
You'd have to literally give me time to think about it.
Alright, you do that, man.
Oh.
Headliner of the evening, Miss Mitchie Bad Cakes, what is your weirdest?
I think the fact that I even ever have sex.
That's
Relatable.
pretty
Yeah.
You have a lovely boyfriend. I'm sure you guys have fun.
Nothing to do with
But
him. Everything to do with me. I'm just kind of a work from work kind of girl. And
yeah, that's valid. I want to say my weirdest experience. Actually, I'm gonna go with my third weirdest experience just to keep the shit tame. My dad is still in the back of the room, but I was hooking up with this guy, and I want to say this is the second time we hooked up. He was like, "Hey, can I suck on your tits?" And that was a normal question, normal way to start off, you know. And so he's like, "No, I want you to kind of like hold me a little bit," and I was like, I don't like the little skinny minis. I like the big guys. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, we're here. And so he's like, he's doing his thing, and I'm like, yo, does your mom love you? And like, that's the kind of shit you just can't fucking make up. Like, he's like, what? And I'm like, were you like bottle fed? It's kind of showing. Just saying. But yeah. And yes, I am the dumbass that didn't write all of her fucking notes on the same page. But yeah, no. Fuck, we're gonna jump back to me being on weird dates. I dated this one girl. She was kind of weird. She was like, oh, so you're mixed, tell me about it. I'm like, well, I like to say I'm 2/5 Asian and 3/5 a person. That's just me though. And she goes, oh, you're Asian? I'm like, yeah. And she goes, okay, let me take you out to eat. And I'm thinking she's gonna take me like hibachi, maybe sushi, you know, a nice place. She took me to a pet shop. But I'll tell you, those ferret fillets are slamming.
Yo. Damn.
Well, yeah, I did not fillet the ferret, but we did take one home as a pet. And
Where is it now?
well, we're gonna get there. She has custody of our ferret child.
Oh.
But you know, ferrets, they fucking smell so bad. Honestly, on the car ride home, I forgot she was Haitian.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Fuck, I'm sorry. My brain is just like not braining right now. Shit, fuck it. Give it back to the room. Give it back to Mr. Jazzman himself who could not say my name.
Jenny!
Yeah. Give me all this. we all just have a moment of silence for the local famous couple, Bob and Cristobal? Does anyone know the song? No? Nobody knows the song? Bob and Cristobal of Northampton. No, anyways. This is why men shouldn't be allowed on microphones. We're just going to keep it rolling. This next comedian, she's hosted all over the place. She's been doing comedy like 28 years now. She's super young though, but she has a lot of wisdom. What is that? Timeless? She's timeless beauty. I think I'm just digging myself in the hole. Another thing that men do. See, I'm just coming up here and bombing for men all night. I just want to thank you guys.
You're fired.
Yeah, oh man, oh, Jesus. No, that was a guy. If a woman said it, I'd believe it. Oh man. All right, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, Emily Sierra.
One more time for Jasmine. Did you hear him? I'm a timeless beauty. What does that mean? But happy to be here. Happy to be here. I love his bucket hat. That is not timeless. You should have left that back before the pandemic. Did your mom make that? Like, what fabric is that?
My grandmother.
Your grandma. Oh, that's so cute. So maybe keep it. Is she dead?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so cute. So happy to be here. Did you guys have a good Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Love that. Good. I had a really fun holiday. Me and my family, we go all out. We love to play all these fun games like Secret Santa or Stay Away from Uncle Dave. Yeah, you know. If you laughed hard, you know, because your family has an Uncle Dave.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Sometimes he's not named Uncle Dave, though. It's like Uncle Chip or like Uncle Chester. It's like, it's like, why does he have the weird name? Like, why is he always sitting to himself alone, but like he's talking to people, right? It's like weird vibe. Yeah, my Uncle Dave, he's not like creepy. Like, you're not gonna Google him and be like, oh wow, he's on a list, but he is kind of creepy, like the type where like you avoid hugging him. Let's just say that, like you go out of your way to like not say hi to him. But every family has one, it's good. But I come from a big Italian family, and the holidays are just so fun with everyone, lots of people over. But it is kind of annoying when you're single and Italian during the holidays, because the only gift you get is pity. Like, all my family be feeling bad for me. I'm like, no, I'm choosing this. I love this life, actually. Like, you know how much random sex I have? Like, what? Say the rosary for me, non EK. Yeah, but it is awful, because, like, I show up to the parties, and, like, I get treated differently. Like, my aunts, my Zias, they talk to my engaged and married cousins totally differently. Like, they greet them, they're like, oh, congratulations, hello, beautiful, ciao, bella. And then they get to me, they're like, don't worry, Emily. You'll find someone. I'm like, are you talking to me slower? I'm single, not autistic. Yeah, but they fucking hating. Because, like, in Italian culture, like, I'm a failure because, like, I'm not pumping out babies since I was 18. Like, sorry, letting down the family tradition. And, like, my grandma, she sat me down once. She's like, Emily, a female body is beautiful. It's like a garden. Every year you harvest amazing things, and then one year there's a frost. It's coming soon. He's like, what? She goes, winter. I'm like, oh, cool. So winter's coming for my body. Love that. So now when, like, guys ask if I want kids, I'm just like, winter's coming. They're like, what? They're like, yeah, Game of Thrones. That's what I meant. Love that show. But I am trying to, like, not be single. Trying to do the online dating apps. But I gave that up because they were just, like, so overwhelming. Like, I tried to do Tinder when that first came out. Oh my god. This was so much dick. Like, way too many dick pics that I did not ask for, okay? Like, oh my god. And, like, one guy, he messaged me, and he was like, hey girl, I'm gonna get straight to the point. I got a big dick and depression. You wanna take the good with the bad? And I was like, wow, mental health is real. And then I was like, you know what, Big D is kind of nice, you know what, fuck it. Let's hop on that. So I went over, but I quickly realized if he has trouble waking up in the morning, everything down there does too. It's just like straight up gummy worm dick, like, is it in? Is it in? No, it's not in, because you're not getting hard. It's stop. Why are we playing this game? Like, yeah, I feel like guys who are like depressed, they just like can't get hard because like all their blood is trying to go to their heart and like be happy, don't kill yourself. It's like not enough really big. It's sad, but like I feel bad for you guys, but figure it out. Stop playing so many video games. Do we have any guys playing video games? Call of Duty guys? Woo! Good for you. Good for you. I love that. Like, see, I tell myself I want a boyfriend, and I'm like, yeah, I want someone to cuddle with at night. But then I remember, like, guys have their nighttime routine, and that usually involves Call of Duty. And, like, the last thing I want to do is, like, doing my gua sha face mask, getting ready for bed, and just hearing my boyfriend be like, behind you, behind you. Like, that's so fucking stressful. Maybe I don't want to give up singlehood. Fucking ducking for no reason. He's like, bet. No, I just made it through another level. I don't even know how Call of Duty works. Are there levels or worlds? Like, what I don't care. Moving on. Anyway, I'm like, why am I asking about something I give zero fucks about? Yeah, so I'm like I said, doing the online dating. And it's challenging. Like, you guys are cute. Did you meet online? Oh my god.
Oh.
Clap for that. They found love.
Hell yeah.
He looks rich. Did you find him on Sugar Daddy's that guy?
I'm the rich one.
Oh, you're the rich
Oh,
one.
yeah. You better. You
got
better
a
work.
PhD or something?
I work at AI.
Oh, she works in AI. Damn, she is the future. That's crazy. Oh my god. And what do you do? Like follow your passions for no money? It's okay, I do too. Like, see this tip jar? Like, if you could, help me out with my passions here. But you don't have any money. So maybe we'll ask AI about it. Can't you get him a job? Like, what the hell? Oh, he's an engineer. Okay, cool. He's got a job. Okay, cool. Just not as much as her. But that's fine. That's fine, dude. You're with it. See how he put his arm around her to assert his dominance? But like, I love that. I love that. Couples are so cute. You guys too? Like, I love it. You guys met in real life?
In real life.
Yeah, I could tell. Past before the dating apps came out, right? So cute. Guys meet at like book club or church? Like, where? Neighbors. Oh my god, were you guys like cheated on your husbands or wife with each other? What's the drama?
Zero drama.
Zero drama. No fun. No drama. They both got classes. They're good people. They got it together. Not gonna be doing shady shit. I love that, man, in real life. So what was this like pickup line? You meet at like a block party?
Kindergarten.
Wow.
We need backstory. I have so many questions. Like, kindergarten. You met at the bus stop? Pretty much. Okay, there's more to it. Something happened. There actually was some cheating, is what I'm deducting. Like somebody slept with somebody else's dad. I don't know. Something happened here. I love it. That's fun. Yeah. So I'm like trying the online dating. You guys were successful with it. I'm not. Like, it's so challenging. Like, nobody tells you how hard it is. Like, online dating is like, you have a brand new house you have to furnish, but the only place you could shop at is the dump. Like, you try to be optimistic, but you check everything out. You're like, it's all used. It was left here for a reason. You're like, nope, I'm gonna give it a chance. You like take a lap around. You're like, oh my god. You get excited because like you think you find this really cute couch, and then you bring it home. It just has bed bugs and bad credit. You sleep in it too, it leaves you a burn. You're like, this sucks. This is rough. Yeah, to all my young girlies out there, little dating advice. If you're going to do the one night stands, do it. Do you. But just like go home with something. Don't just like, you know what I mean? Like take something for free. Like, you know what I mean? Like take a Brewster's medicine cabinet. Teeth whitening toothpaste? Yes, that's yours now.
Amen.
Electronic toothbrush? Take the charger. You know? Like just something. I just feel like, from experience, you're doing it wrong if the only thing you go home with is regret and a burn. You know? Like, you just gotta get something for it. Stop giving away for free. You know? That's what I've learned now. So I'm like, now I just like charge guys. I'm like, oh, really? No. I'm a whore. No, I'm kidding. I didn't have a joke for that. I was just like trying to see if I could find a joke. We didn't. Just found out, I'm a hoe. My dad's not here. Thank God. Woo. And my dad was here. Yo, it would be so fucking awkward. He came to one show and I was like, yeah, hey, what up? Like, you knew I was like this. I'm the middle child. Like, come on. Yeah, so I gave up on the dating. I'm like trying to meet guys in real life again, like go out in person. I hate it. Oh, don't woo. It's so annoying. Like, it's so annoying. I gotta like, put in effort to like look good. I usually just want to look like a troll in my sweatsuit, you know, like I don't want to look cute, but I go out there, I like scope out the guys. And it was like easier in my 20s, like, because I'd go out to the club, I just talk to the guys with like the 6-pack of tattoos, easy. But now that I'm 30, I go out, I'm like really looking at the guys, and I'm like, you got Etna? Okay, and dental, sure. Okay. You can have my number, right? You go out with him just to see what his benefits package is like. Right? Like, not that package, right? I'm like, I want to know your 401k status. Like, what percent is matched, okay? Maybe you want to match. You said 7%, that's crazy. I love you. Right? Like, that's the type of guy you forget to take your birth control pill for, you know? Not Northampton, I'm kidding. I can say this here. I'm not on birth control. This pussy's free. It's ruled by the moon. No, honestly, because the moon is my birth control. Duh. You know, when my period doesn't come, I just shove a crystal up there. Hope for the best. All right, some of you really think I'm serious because I know some bitches up here really do that. They're like, I just like soak my pussy in rose quartz. I'm feeling very healed today. It's fucking crazy. You're gonna get a rock stuck up there. Who's gonna be embarrassed when you have to show up to the ER and pay thousands of dollars to have that rock removed? Yep. Moon's not gonna help you out then. Yeah, so no dating for me, just doing comedy. I do love comedy, and I love that this is an all-female show, right? All the females.
Hell yeah!
All the bitches on stage tonight. And then the one guy got invited on stage, but then immediately kicked off 2 minutes later. We're like, wait. I made a mistake, kicks off the stage. Ryan didn't like that, like Tom was like outshining him. So, no, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm a woman. What do I know? Oh, that really hurts.
No, you're good.
Oh my god. Yeah, so being a female comedian, it's definitely interesting, right? Because like, here's lovely. Like, there's a great ratio. I feel safe. Like, I have allies. There's artwork I support. But most of the time, it's not like that, guys. It's like usually like a couple girls and a room full of sweaty dudes. It's disgusting, right? Yeah. And it's like, it's gross. And like, people ask me what it's like being a female comedian. It's just smelly. Like, it's fucking smelly, okay?
Literally.
Because like, a lot of the times the open mics are in these like gross small basements. And there's like no ventilation. And it's like, no matter how much perfume I put on at the beginning of the night, I'm always going home smelling like ball sack and Doritos. Gross. Yeah, did your guy smell? He probably does. That hoodie looks old, right? Is that your man? Oh, fresh champion? That's a Walmart brand, sir. Are we like, recession hit us hard? What? No, it's cute. You look adorable. Is you guys together?
We hang out.
No, we hang
At
out.
the ladies' show, all you could say is y'all hang out. Well, we're gonna talk later. I know, you don't want to put a label on it, make things weird. I get it. I know, you don't have money to date a beautiful girl like her. I get it. I'm kidding. He probably does. See, this is where I like have to be careful, because like as a female comedian, I think I can say whatever the fuck I want out here. But then I have to walk alone to my car later. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh girl, that's the guy I made fun of. This is sweatshirt guy. Look. I'm totally safe. Oh my god, they're not putting a label on it. Good for them. Don't rush into it. Are you guys hanging out New Year's Eve?
It's a way to bring that up.
I know, I'm going up. Yeah. You're welcome. It's a very important day. Have your shit together. Make a plan.
It's like next week or something?
It's in like 2 days. Day and a half. I don't know.
They're gonna kiss
All right,
it.
they're gonna figure it out later. But I get it.
She's gonna finger.
You could hang out on New Year's Eve and not have it be a thing. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm fucking worried I'm gonna kiss this bitch at midnight. She's gonna be like, are you my boyfriend now? Right? He doesn't want that to happen. But you should want it to happen. I'm gonna move on from here because I'm just projecting my views of how relationships should be onto them. Maybe they don't want a label, you know what I mean? That's fine. I love confusion too. Huge fan of it.
Huge fan of confusion.
I feel like millennials invented the situationship just because we have divorce trauma. You know, it's like not healed from the 90s. Like nobody wants to talk about it, but I think it's there. They're like a little something. But I don't know. But yeah, I'm single. Like, don't take dating advice from me. I'm fucking single. You heard my Zias. I might as well be autistic. Like, I'm a fucking loser. Yeah, but the female comedian thing is cool. You know, around all the dudes. And I've realized though, like, being around all the dudes, like, it makes me different. Like, when I started comedy, I was totally different. Super, super girly. My voice was all the way up here. I'd be like, hey, what's up, I'm Emily. But now that I've done comedy for a few years, I just talk from my taint. You know, my voice just dropped. It's like way far down there. And I like take on like dude mannerisms. Like I love the Joe Rogan podcast. I can only drive when I'm listening to it. And sometimes I just say like bro and talk about like archery and like shooting elk. So it's crazy. And when that happens, I'm just like, oh my God, remember who you are, girl. Like touch my tit, remember I have them. And then I just like go home. I put on a little Shania Twain. Woo! I put a tampon in to feel something. You know, I'm just like, woo, let's go girls. Yeah, but female comedian, it's a good time. It's a good time. Not really. They pay us less sometimes, except Ryan. He pays really good. Woo! Give it up for Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan.
They buy us drinks. It's great. He made us sign this letter too, and he's like, gave us this weird address to come to later. I was like, I don't know where this is. He's like, don't worry. He bought me a drink, and I had half, so I'm like a little buzzed. I like never drink. I'm like, woo! I'm a little loose up here. Because I mostly smoke. Do we have any stoners here?
Yeah!
Yeah! Woo! I figured in Northampton. I love it. Beanie Guy, do you smoke? No, he's mad at me. All right, I'm sorry. No. All right, do you guys smoke?
Smoke what?
Weed, not crack.
Oh, yeah. Fuck
Yeah, okay, cool, yeah. I mean, if that's the vibe too, do you? But
My
like...
last name's Stone. I grew up on High Street.
Oh, okay, cool. I love it. I love that. I love
I
that.
was actually born at 420, so this shit was...
That's wild. Oh my
yeah.
God. Well, now I just want to do your astrology. So you're a Taurus. What's she?
No, I'm Cancer.
Oh, so you weren't born on 420. You just fucking lied to me? Oh, at 420 at the time. Got it. Okay, my bad. Got a little defensive. You lying about being a Taurus? Who are you? Dump him. Oh, so he's a Cancer. Got it. So he doesn't want to lock it down because he's afraid two things will get serious and he'll get hurt. We figured it out. Cancers, they're so cute in their little shells, right? Big sensitive guy on the outside. Watch out for him. He's tough though. You're a Cancer too, right, Ryan? Yeah, he's fucking bawling his eyes out every week. Great time with you. I know, yeah, exactly. It's like, babe, just go watch Disney Plus and have a little cry. You'll be okay. Yeah, oh, you totally can. I love that. But you probably like get her password, right? You don't pay for it.
Oh, yeah.
This is when I get fucking shot.
Apple TV.
That'd be, oh my God, that's crazy. Oh man. What time am I at? I don't know. Okay, whatever. Cool. This is good practice, honestly. Okay. I love this. Oh yeah, so I brought up weed. My weed brain, sometimes I'm like, bring up something and then I forget what the fuck I was talking about. Weed. Stoners. Yeah, love it. All right, cool. So we have some stoners in the room. My lovely glasses couple. Do you guys smoke? Do a little edibles before golf? Sometimes. So cool. You guys are so sick. I love that. I love that. I love to smoke. Weed is so fun. I think my favorite strain is Sprite. You guys ever try that one? You know, it gets you higher when you don't pay for it. I think. You know, it's great. And I smoke a good amount. And my mom, I used to live with my parents. My mom found out. She was so mad at me. She did find out because she used my car after I hotboxed it. So that was my bad. Like, that was on me. I didn't air out the windows. My bad, stoner mistake. And then she uses my car, and she comes back in the house. And she's like, Emily, your car smells like Snoop Dogg. You have some explaining to do. I was like, Mom, so do you. When have you sniffed Snoop? It's a bold statement to just be saying my car smells like Snoop Dogg. Like, the only place you go to is Kohl's. You weren't at Coachella. Like, relax. Yeah, so she doesn't like it. She did not like, one time I did this weed show all the way in Rhode Island. Ooh, hear that bass? What are they doing down there? That's cool. Oh my God. Makes me want to just like take some ecstasy. I've never done ecstasy, but like one in Northampton, right? Like, crazy. This is my last joke I'll leave you guys with, because I'm like getting distracted. But so I do this show at this weed lounge all the way in Rhode Island. It's like an hour and a half away, and I'm like so excited for it. And there is when I smoked my first dab. You guys ever smoked a dab here?
Oh, yeah.
Crazy, right?
Oh, yeah.
Raise your hand, we've smoked crack. That shit's crazy. Literally, like, you have to take out a creme brulee cooker to get high. That's like drug activities, you know, like we've done drugs. Like, and so I smoke this dab, and then I get so fucking high, I like can't feel my face, and then I'm like, girl, we have to drive back home. How are you gonna do this? And I was like, oh, I don't know. So then I like slowly get behind the wheel, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put on a podcast. It's gonna help me focus. And it did. It was going super great. And then I went to rewind it, and that's when I realized I wasn't playing anything. Yeah, those were just my thoughts. You guys have been so fun. If you're on Instagram, you want to find me there. I'm Emily.Siero. I hope you have a great rest of your 2023. Give it up for your host, Ryan, and all the ladies.
Yeah. Alright, we did pull a little prank. You guys noticed this. I knew if I put this out here, some incompetent men would put money in it. Who's the most competent woman here?
How do you determine that?
They just said they're the most competent woman.
I am.
There we go. Bree got it.
Ha ha
Bree,
ha! Huzzah!
take this money, and I apologize to you on behalf of all men ever. Thank you. Y'all got it, sis. Alright, we're gonna bring up our closer. She's been rocking it. She produces her own show. She's all over the place. Missy Bad Cakes Comedy. Yeah.
You. They call me Mission Bad Cakes. Don't let the smooth taste fool ya. Just kidding. What up, Ken? Nice to see you. Ken is a comedy school alumni. I was so serious about becoming a comedian, I went to comedy school.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I only went to 2 semesters, technically. And then I was like, I'll fend for myself from here. You guys, did everybody have a nice holiday? Yeah. Oh, these holiday times, especially around Christmas, I get very sad. It's probably the saddest time of the year for me. Because all I think about is Pee Wee Herman. Rest in peace, dude. Because for 3 solid years for Christmas during my childhood, all I asked for was a talking Pee Wee Herman doll. And I was like, I'm not getting that for you because he's fucking weird. I'm like, you just don't want to hear me going around the house, pulling a little string. Ha 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 ha. I love Pee Wee Herman as a kid. I love Pee Wee Herman as an adult. You want to know why? He ain't trying to fuck with no women. He just wants to fuck with himself. And fortunately, this guy found himself the wrong place. Or was it? He was in a pornography movie theater, touching himself, and he got fucking arrested for it. What were the other people doing in the theater? Crocheting hand towels for their grandmother? I think not. Probably gave himself away sitting there like, Listen, I know the jerk-off joke is cheap, but right now I'm trying to stretch, we're doing what we call stretching it out. Where like I'm thinking of things.
Oh yeah.
Anybody here in therapy?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell bad cakes. Y'all in therapy? I was in therapy up until 2 years ago, and I dumped therapy and went straight to crystal Reiki. Everything was going great until my crystal Reikiist told me that like all my chakras look terrific except for my vaginal chakra.
Oh no.
Because it looked like somebody dumped a whole bunch of sadness in it. And I'm like, how do you cure a sad vagina? Are there specialists, therapists, things like that? And I'm like, well, maybe it's just up to me to cheer the poor little girl up, you know? It's like, how do I do this? Do I just make sure I give her like positive affirmations every day? Like, you're doing a great job. You just are, you know? Do you take it for a walk? It's a nice day today, vagina. Let's go! And then I was thinking about all the times I would go pee. Like, sure, it's my urethra, but what if it was really my vagina crying? You don't know that it wasn't. Speaking of vaginas, this is for all my ladies. And anybody, you know what? These are different times. Anybody with a vagina, who menstruates, this is for you. When you go to Olive Garden, please refrain from using the Olive Garden tampons in the ladies' room if you're desperate, okay? They come in very nondescript package coverings, and the first time I used one, a cannoli rolled out. Listen, I was excited because I love dessert. But I'm like, is there a line of cooks out back that are just like rolling these things before open? They're made out of like paper towels and old candle wicks. Just don't use them. Don't use them. Oh, I just turned 46 this week. And that's why I told you. Thank you so much. I didn't do the thing where I woke up and I was like, I'm 46. Oh my God, I'm so old. I'm like, thank you for another year. Because you know what? Felt like my life only started like 3 years ago after I left my very abusive ex-husband. And I'll tell you what, when I first met him, he was flush of red flag. Plenty of red flag. He said he wanted to make sure that I kept my tiny waist, so he was limiting me to 1,000 calories a day.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And then during a romantic evening, we'd have measuring cups all over the table so he could measure my food for me. You guys look horrified, and that's not what I meant for this to happen. There's humor in this, I promise. I have a punchline. I'm not trauma dumping on this audience thing. I was at home like, I don't want to put together my set, I just want to fucking lay it out. And I want their feedback after. And then his favorite thing was jealousy equals true love. I'm like, okay.
That's a big red flag.
So for all of you guys who know who Joe Capinas is, he hated Joe Capinas because he thought that Joe Capinas was trying to steal me. And like his girlfriend was fucking hot. Like he was dating a really hot blonde chick at the time. And I'm like, you're stupid. Because I'm basically his aunt. That's a little tea. That's what the kids call tea. Tea. You're welcome. I like with my sets, I don't want to just come up here and pretend that I've got like all these great things planned for you. Like we get things we can talk about as adults, right? Yeah. Come on. Let's get this is real talk. Okay? And then the last thing he told me was about how he's like, my last ex-girlfriend was a bitch because she left me. So before she left me, I tripped her on the way out. And at that age, I was like, this is it. This feels like forever. This is the guy for me. Perfect. Got rid of him. Best thing, I started having a great life at 42, but being single at 42 is fucking scary. Especially when you're a 42-year-old with a scorching case of psoriasis and arthritis. Come on, guys, stock up on your Bengay and invest in the best vacuum money can buy. Bad cases in town. Oh. And then I just kind of got to this, like, being alone on my own was great. Like, it's awesome living by yourself and just, like, doing you. But then when you're that old, which isn't terribly old, but older, I started to get this like weird, crazy fever pitch feeling in me that I was forever going to be single and I was just going to be a spinster. I learned later spinster's a cool word. Nothing wrong with being a single lady throwing great parties for your friends and your cats. Terrific. But my best friend at the time was Joe Capinos. He was like 28, polyamorous, just there to listen to an old lady's problems. I'd call him and be like, Joe, I'm going to die alone. And then he said, Michelle, why don't you try online dating just to help socialize you again? Like I was this feral human being after a while that had no idea what it was like to like communicate with other human beings. Mm-hmm. So I did the thing. I did the online dating thing. 3 weeks later, I was in a military romance scam. Welcome back to love. We're going to completely fuck up your ideology of what relations are and what it's really like to date online. You know what? And then Joe kind of gave me a little kick of reality. He goes, Michelle, would you really expect somebody to want to marry you after only 3 days of texting you? And I'm like, yes, it's called self-esteem. Believe in yourself. My mom would have been so proud. And then I I didn't give up after that. I hung in there, which I really shouldn't have, because it's all terrible. And being 42, the pictures that I posted were my headshots for comedy, which were professionally done, and I was wearing makeup and I did my hair for that one day of my life. The rest is just, forget about it. It's not an accurate portrayal. I wish it was, but it's not. I cut my bangs before I came here, so I look like the poster. I'm like, the audience is gonna be expecting pancakes with bangs. But yeah. I was like, what did I leave off? This is terrible, and I'm just gonna tell you I forgot where I left off, so if you could help me, that would just help move things along a little bit. What was I talking about, guys? Oh yeah, this jerk. Okay. So being 42 and looking like a supposed whatever it was on those pictures, I attracted a lot of young men in their mid-20s. All they just wanted to have that experience with the older woman.
Oh God.
Me? I get to be the older woman with my, again, friendly reminder, psoriasis and arthritis. What are you gonna do, honey? You gonna rub the lotion on my patches and rub my joints till I fall asleep? Then you're gonna steal all the nice furniture I bought on Wayfair? For less than $2,000, I furnished 3 rooms. Fuck yourself, Junior. No. But I did find love again at 44, which was a relief. Extremely nice guy. He feeds me all the time. He's a cook. There's some psychology there. Really, really nice. Really, really nice. Really nice. And I'm going to tell you this much. New Year's Eve is going to be our 2-year anniversary, but we're already living together.
Whoa.
Like, this is like fast forward, but like I'm kind of a stepmom to you now. Isn't that crazy? That boy. Isn't it like I could be somebody's stepmother to you?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's right. I'm actually okay. I'm actually alright, but it's crazy that you said that. I'm gonna remember it. Your stepmother. So this is crazy. I gotta tell you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys a hot tale of fiery, middle-aged love. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Alright. So he's working, and you hear that sound? I got cotton mouth. I don't know why. I just smoke cigarettes. I need help. Would you mind giving me a glass of water? Because that sounds terrible. It's a great way to fill time, though. Somebody tell me. All right. Emily Sierra, my queen. Thank you, baby. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna take it right there. Okay, back to the story. Back to the story. So he's working New Year's Eve night, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna stick around for this guy. He kissed me for the first time the night before in this really crazy, like David Copperfield way. I don't know if he's been canceled, but I'm talking about pure Copperfield 80s. If anything was ever revealed this before that, nice Copperfield. He like followed me out. He's like, "Can I walk you to your car?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Can I kiss you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he did the thing. And then I was just like, and he just like turned around, like started walking away from me back to work, all cool. I'm like, "What does this mean?" He's like, "I don't know." And I'm like, "Yeah." Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna show up to his place of work the next night and see where else this can go. And this is where it went. We had this really hot conversation about how we both like SpaghettiOs. So it's really fun. You know, everybody loves to eat healthy. It's hard to find that person who is a SpaghettiOs king, but I landed him, right? Talking about that. And then we go out to the only place you would expect 2 middle-aged people to want to go make out. A random parking lot in Westfield, Massachusetts, surrounded by 3 frat houses. So we're just like making out by the car and girls. If you find yourself in that situation, just lean up against the car so he'll let you feel his intentions. He's gonna let you know. And when I was just like doing my cute little shiver thing, I'm like, oh, cold. He's like, you want me to heat up my car and we can go in my car? I'm like, yes. Yes. So we did the thing, and we weren't, we recognized that there are tons of drunk, like, college kids going all throughout this parking lot. Like, we're like, well, we're safer in the car, right? So we're, like, sitting in the car, we're making out, but, like, dudes, I gotta tell you, there's two things that he and I love to do. Bake bread and rest. And we're so good at both of those things. So good. So we were like doing the relaxed making out, like you had nice car headrests, we were just like making out like that. Kids are walking by, we're like, take notes, Junior, this is how you do it. This is how you do it, right? All of a sudden, there's a cop at the driver's side window.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna tell you how hot my boyfriend is. He stayed totally cool. He rolled out that window and he's like, hello, officer? What can I do you for? And the cop was like, we got a report of 2 individuals passed out in this vehicle. Are you guys okay? And my boyfriend looks at him and goes, we're not passed out, we're making out. And the cop just like, really? And then he goes, just find another place to go. Find another place to do this. I'm like, where? The dumpster? This is the second day that we've expressed feeling. I don't think either of us wants to bring the other to our apartments. Like, we're still not sure. We like the heat, but we're not sure, like, what's behind the wall of, like, sexy. Not ready to find out yet. Cool. So we're just like, all right. And then we just, like, knelt back and we just, like, just a little more, just to be like, fuck you, police guy, no disrespect, but we like want to show affection, no disrespect, thank you for checking on our well-being. All of a sudden, ambulatory pulls into the parking lot. And we hear the cop step out and go, nope, false alarm. Nobody's unconscious in this vehicle. And we were like, yo, 2 EMT services, high-fiving, when all of a sudden, down came the fire department, lights ablazing, and then both the ambulance, the cop and the EMT, they came out and they were like, no, nobody's unconscious. There's just 2 million people who really love to rest. And so we did. How much time do I have? Really?
Yeah.
This is looks special, bro. I'm just kidding. I had an interesting childhood. So you may not, by looking at all of this and listening to all of what you've heard from this, the last thing you would say to yourself is, I bet you she's a fucking sweet-ass basketball player. Because I am. Like, not like right now, I'm that sweet-ass, like, around the fucking world horse player, like, hoops. I'm not running up and down courts. I told you I had arthritis. I don't do that right now. But in 5th grade, I was on the elementary basketball team, right? Elementary school basketball team. You should have heard the nasty shit parents would yell. Even back then, back in my day, like, we had this girl on my team. Her name was Jamie. She was 11, but she looked like she was 36. She was, like, tall, already filled out and everything, had the voice. And, like, she'd be, like, running back, and you'd hear her mother yell, Jamie, all meat and no potatoes. And Jamie was just like, oh. And then she'd start crying. And I'd be like, don't worry, Jamie. They're probably just telling me what you're having for supper. And she's like, but I already ate. I'm like, oh, I'm not guessing what your mom's trying to say right now. And then my mom would be up in the fucking bleachers. I'd be like, get ready to shoot. And she'd be like, you're at the wrong hoop. You're at the other team's hoop. And I'd be like, I don't care. It's closer. And just fucking wing it. Jasmine, if you're giving me another 10 minutes, I got a story for these guys. 5?
You got about 5 or 10.
I'm gonna use it so wisely. so wisely. Okay.
You're good. If somebody needs to use the bathroom or get a drink, you can do that.
And also, I'm not offended if you have to get up and go do something, but you're not going to want to. I'm going to tell you how crazy my life is, or has been. So, my mom got pregnant when I was, she told me the day I graduated high school that she was pregnant again.
Oh, God.
And I was like so pissed because I knew I was going to be the automatic babysitter. I was like, he better be fucking cute. I don't want no ugly babies around my house that I have to take care of, Mom. Make it worth my while. Make it cute. Well, her boyfriend at the time was like 64. That's the one who impregnated her. And he had a very bad back. So the day that she went into labor, he was bedridden and could not move, hence he could not perform his duties. Now this guy, who we affectionately refer to as Jerry, is the toughest old man you'll ever meet in your life. I badmouthed him once, and I was doing it right in his face, and he goes, "You better shut your mouth or I'm about to quench your thirst with the water in my knees." What? And I was like, "Yo, fuck it, Jerry! Fuck it, Jerry!" And I know my mom would be really pissed off at me if I didn't go help her since he was down, so I'm like, "All right, Mom, I'll drive you, let's go." And she's like, "But you gotta pick up Darlene first." Let me tell you about fucking Darlene. Darlene was my mother's best friend. My mom lived in Orange. Darlene was in Irving. And she's a chain-smoking, angry individual who did nothing but yell at me whenever she came over the house. She'd be like, "Can't you do that outdoors?" And I'd be like, "I want to hear it from my mother, Darlene. You don't run this house." So driving to Darlene's house, bumpiest road, every time I go over a bump, my mom's like, "Ow, ow, 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 ow." And then she's like, "Cut the fucking shit, drive normal." And I'm like, "I'm really normal, you're pregnant, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. 20 miles under the speed limit, how could I be doing anything wrong here?" So we pick up Darlene. The first thing she says to me when she passes by the window, she's like, "You better not fuck this up. You better get her there in one piece." And I'm just like, "Shut the fuck up, Darlene. Shut the fuck up. This is already fucking stressful." So we get my mom to the hospital, we get her admitted, and then, I go in the room with my mom, and she's getting this little pep talk from Darlene. My mom already has 2 grown kids at this point. This is a third. And she's like, "Darlene, I've already done this twice. It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt the third time around, because I've already done this." And Darlene's like, "No, it always feels better the more children you have." Flash 2 hours, my mom's screaming for her midwife, like, and I'm like, "I thought this was supposed to get better." But Darlene was up my ass the whole time. She's like, "Go get your mother this, go get your mother that, and then just a horrible person. So when she went out for a smoke break, I'm like, "Can we go for a walk? I know you're in labor right now, but I also know you're very capable of getting out of that bed and going for a walk. This needs to be about me for like 10 minutes, Ma." So she's like, got her little thing and she's like this. And I'm like, "Are you okay?" And she was like in a lot of pain and she's like, "I'm okay." She's like, "But I want to tell you, I'm so sorry for being mean to you earlier in the car." And I was like, "Oh, Mom, forgiven. But can we both agree that Darlene's a total fucking asshole and shouldn't be here?" That was a funny part of the story. Terrible. Not so terrible. So, big ass tough Darlene ends up throwing up and passing out right when the head's crowning. Last man standing. Eat that, Darlene. And I got to hold the baby the second it came out. My little baby brother Timothy, which you see, that's the guy that shows up in the weird captain's hat and like the Sonic the Hedgehog knee socks when he wears shorts. I know you've seen him.
Yeah.
That's the kid that I watched being born.
Few shows.
Yeah, it's amazing to see how people evolve. And then last story, I feel like I'm good at stories. You don't have to validate that. This is your night, not mine. One last story. We've all had like super shitty breakups, right? Super shitty breakups.
Yeah.
I haven't had a lot of breakups because I haven't had a lot of boyfriends. I tend to be so clingy that I cling to it and let it just grow for like years and years and years, whatever.
Hell yeah.
So, my first high school boyfriend. That was my first breakup. That was terrible. Absolutely terrible. It took 3 hours. I went to 3 different parking lots to tell him why I didn't want to be his girlfriend anymore. He's crying. Like, no, I don't understand. And his dad was already like this raging alcoholic. So I'm like, man, everybody's abandoned this guy in his life. But I can't forgive him because the first day of my senior year, he was at a strip club. And he didn't even call me to say, have a nice day. So this is for you, bitch. Like, totally in my power. I'm like, let's go. Finally, it wore down, got into his head. He was like, okay. And then I had to drive him back to his house. And he sat in the car for 15 minutes. He's like, but I still don't know why you're doing this. I love you, Michelle. And I was like, that does nothing for me right now. That does nothing for me. And I said, listen, I need to get the car back because my mom's going to get to work. Which wasn't a lie. She worked like 10 to 6. She worked a crazy shift. And he's like, okay. So he gets out of the car, it's hot, I have the windows down, shuts the door. He lives on a dead end, so I pull out a little more, I do my turn, and I'm just driving really slowly. But then all of a sudden, next to the passenger side of the door, I hear this crunching sound. This and I look over and all of a sudden he's in the passenger window running next to the car. And then he fucking jumps in through the window. I'm like, bro, you're scaring the fuck out of me. And I like bopped him on the head and he was like, ugh. And he left. And then he's just like, as I drove away, the last thing was I heard was like, Bubba Shell, I love you. I've been Mishy Bad Cakes. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Ryan. Thanks, amazing performers this evening.
Bad Cakes. I think she's gonna win another 20 minutes. Personal opinion. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It was a great night. You can check us out tomorrow night in the Goldenrod Inn in Worthington. We got a live DJ jazz set, dinner, and then there's a comedy show afterwards. Dinner and comedy. There's shows here every Friday. I think the next one's like a local mixer all-star. Then it's roast battles. Then Mishy's hosting one the 3rd Friday. And the 4th Friday's Lady Night again.
Woo!
Yeah, it's been a good time, right? Yeah. A lot of feminine energy. I'm gonna go cry and call my mother. Thank you. We're gonna get all the comedians up here for a picture. If any guys want to get in on the picture, feel free for it. There's a dance party downstairs, and this has officially become the bathroom lounge area. We're just the bathroom. Cheers. Happy New Year!
Want to take a photo? Oh, okay.
Can you guys get a picture?
Yeah, I got the picture.
Turn the front, turn the back.
I think we should do this really tough ass pose against the wall outside. Like we're about to beat something.
Let's all do a split on the floor.
Oh my god.
Split on the floor!
You getting pictures?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna just record the video. Let the video run.
Oh, okay,
I don't know which camera to look at.
all of them.
I'm gonna look crazy in every photo.
Get that lazy eye in check.
I'm gonna be like, leave me alone. I'm gonna look cross-eyed. I'm gonna look at my nose so it looks like I'm looking at everything. I know.
Just look up so your eyes don't look closed. That's my.
I mean,
Sweet.
it's like every night.
Thank you guys.
Everybody, I was like, I'm gonna yell good job again.
Great job. Fantastic.
At least it's like
You
some
pegged
nice
it.
stuff.
Yeah, I know.
It's a full look.
All your hands on.
Yeah, no, I don't. I got.
One on the last face.
I've been like.